Hey everybody, I'm here today to show you how to install a ring solar panel. This will be a very simple step-by-step tutorial, so let's get right into the video. As you can see, this is the ring solar panel that I will be installing. This specific solar panel is to be used with the Spotlight Cam battery-powered version, which is what I have right here. But the process for installing the other versions is going to be extremely similar. What you're going to have is a solar panel with a wire attached to it, okay? You're also going to have a mounting bracket, okay? And then you're going to have the mounting hardware. As you can see right here, these are the screws and the anchors to be used, and I'll explain that in a minute. And you're going to get the screwdriver, which you will be using to mount them. Very simple and straightforward. And you'll also receive a drill bit, a masonry drill bit, which you might need to use if you were going to mount it onto stucco or brick. So, okay, basically, if you're going to be mounting it on stucco or brick, instead of using the screws to mount it directly, you're going to have to use the drill bit to drill a pilot hole, place these wall anchors inside of that pilot hole, and then you can screw into the anchor itself. If you're mounting it on a wood surface like this right here, then you're just going to use the screws to drill right into it. So very simple and straightforward. It should be clear enough, basically. If you're mounting onto brick, stucco, stone, anything masonry, like if the outside of your house is brick or it's stuccoed or you have various stones, you're going to use a wall anchor. If not, if it's wood, just use a screw, okay? So what you want to do is take your mounting bracket and you want to figure out an area that gets a decent amount of sunlight, okay? That should be obvious, but I figured that I would say it anyways. When you take your mounting bracket, you're going to place it wherever you want to mount your solar panel, your ring solar panel. In this case, is for the Spotlight Cam. Take your device, your writing device, so like a marker right here, and you're going to mark both of the holes that you need to work with. So I'm just going to make them a little bit darker. I have one hole right there and another hole right there. Very simple, okay? Now what I recommend that you do is I recommend that you take a included screw, one of the screws that's included, and I recommend that you sort of make a little indent into where you will be drilling into, if you're drilling right into wood, okay? And that's because it's a little bit easier to get these in when you've actually made a little bit of an indent. Without the bracket on it. If you have the bracket there, it's going to be a little bit harder to do, but if you can do this before you put the bracket on, it just makes it easier. So take your screwdriver and your screw, and you don't need to screw them all the way in, but just make a little indent in there. It's a little trick. I mean, you should always do this whenever you're mounting something. You know where you're going to be screwing it into, you want to make an indent. Now you're going to take and like I said, if you need to drill if you're doing this into brick or stucco or stone, then you're going to use your wall anchors. Okay? And once you have your wall anchors in place, potentially, or not, if you're screwing this into wood, what you want to do is take your mounting bracket, mount in the right orientation, okay? And you want to get your screw, put it in the indent, and we're going to screw the mounting bracket down. Now, if you want to use a drill for this, I recommend that you just drill in the screw about 80% or so. So I'm going to drill this in about 80% because I don't want to drill it all the way, because then I might crack the bracket, okay? So right now, as you can see, I've only drilled it in about 80%. The rest I'm going to do by hand because I don't want to crack the bracket. Okay, and I'm not going to be drilling it in like as if this is going to be here forever, because this is just for this tutorial. Then I'm going to mount it on the side of my house. I already have the holes drilled and the anchors put in place for because it's brick. So I've already used my anchors. They give you some spare ones to use. So like I said, just going to get my drill and probably just get it in place just to speed up the process of this video, because I know I like to talk a lot and I can drag videos on for a very long time. So let's save you some time and speed up the process just like that. I don't want to strip the screw. Okay, so when you have it in place, I'm just going to tighten this up a little bit. Like I said, it's not a huge deal because it's not staying here, but I mean, I can't leave it like this for the video. What kind of person would I be creating a tutorial if I didn't even drill it in properly? Okay, so once you have it in place nice and tightly, like I said, you're going to go tighter than this. This is just for this tutorial. What you're going to do is you are going to use your screwdriver to loosen the screw on the side here. There's a screw here, and when you loosen that screw, you can adjust the angle. So I want it to get some sun, so I'm probably going to angle it a little bit upwards, and then the sun is going to hit it from up above nicely, okay? Then what you want to do is you want to take your solar panel and you're going to slide it down onto that, okay? Now, it's basically really simple to do, but you're going to take it and you're going to slide it down onto that. I'm trying to get my head behind here so I can see. Okay, just like that. Make sure it clicks in place nicely. Okay, now you have your solar panel and it's in place. Now you have to connect it to your device. So I have this Ring spotlight camera right here. What I'm going to do is I am going to loosen the security screw on the side here so I can remove it. Okay, oops. All right, so let's loosen the security screw so we can remove it. Just like that. I now have my Ring spotlight cam, and like I said, if you're using this for a different device, it's going to be very similar. What I need to do is I need to access this right here. There is a little input right here for the plug, so I need to take out the security screw on the back here as well. So I'm going to remove this security screw on the back of the Ring device. Okay, let's remove that one. Sorry, I think a spider just landed on my arm there. All right, now what I'm going to do is open the battery compartment. Okay, push this button down, slide this out of place. Okay, remove the weather stripping piece that's right there, that little circle. Slide this back in place right here. Okay, close the battery compartment. Hopefully you can see all this on the camera. Can't really see what you guys are seeing right now. Then I'm going to plug this in over here. So on the other end of the solar panel cord is a plug. I'm going to plug it in just like that. Very simple. In some of the other models, there's also going to be two little screws that you secure the plug in place with, but I will tell you this is secure. Like this one doesn't have the screws on the sides, but in some of the other models, there's going to be these two little screws that also help to secure that in place. I'm then going to take my security screw, put it back in place. You don't want to forget about that. So I'm going to take my security screw, we're going to tighten it back in place. Like I said, hopefully you can see all this, but I'm narrating everything. I'm telling you exactly everything that I'm doing. Okay, now the security screw is in place. We're going to take the device. We're going to mount it again in place, just like that. And I'm going to tighten up my security screw on the clamp right there. And we've now not only installed the solar panel, but we've also connected it to the device. Now, like I said, this specific solar panel is for the Ring Spotlight Cam battery powered version, which I have right here, the Ring Spotlight Cam battery, but there's going to be other ones, and it's going to be very, very similar to the installation process. But that is basically it. I truly hope you've enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please, please, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment, and of course, be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.